So happy Diwali to all your families, and God bless you and protect you. A story that is firmly stamped in the Indian American and South Asian American experience. That's why we're here today. You know, late November 2016, when one of the last events I hosted at a really nice house, the Vice President's Naval Observatory, which was the official Vice President's residence and is. It was the first Diwali reception ever to be held there. I'm an Irish Catholic, and opening our home for holidays observed by Hindus, Buddhists, Jainis, Sikhs. That night, we were joined by Muslims, Christians, and people representing diversity and diaspora here in America from all over the world, including then newly elected Indian American members of Congress, two of whom are here today. Ro and Raja, where are you? There you go. There you are. Are these your daughter, your children? Oh, God love you. They had to be yours. I know. Is that Daddy? Is that Daddy right there? Mom? Yeah. Whoa. I tell you what, we have a lot in common, old buddy. We both married way up. Roger, I want to thank you for your leadership. And two other members who couldn't be here but send their greetings. You know, they are both very good friends and wanted to be here. Pramila Jayapal and Ami Barra wanted to be here, but they're also two great leaders who couldn't be here though tonight. You know, that evening back in 2016 came under darkness of the night sky, but also darkness from an election, a shadow of and suspicion. Immigrant families were vilified and shamed as a prelude to what was to come at the time. Yet that night, that Diwali night, we gathered together to cast the light of hope and belonging and purpose. We gathered and we bonded a sense of community that I hadn't seen in a while across race and faith, to believe that in America, how we know and how we love. You know, it was a gathering of light. While there had been Diwali celebrations in previous administrations, we're gathered here 6 years later. As your President and First Lady and as Vice President, we are honored to host you as this is the first Diwali reception of this scale in this house ever to be held. Are you getting tired? You want to sit? What? Do you want me to get a seat for you? Oh, you okay? Okay. We're just today surrounded by members of our staff who are part of the administration. We have more Asian Americans than ever before in history, and we also wanted to send this message to all of you here and to millions of fellow Americans across the country who observe this sacred holiday. It's a simple message. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for making this celebration of Diwali such a joyous part of American culture as we see it across the country, opening homes and hearts and exchange gifts and sweets and hosting feasts and for family and friends, organizing cultural programs that bring us together as a people. You know, through all that you contribute as well beyond in every part of American life, thank you. Thank you for reflecting the soul of who we are as a nation. And what is a soul? I'm often asked, since I said I always wanted to restore the soul of the nation. What's the soul? Well, the soul to me is the breath, the life, and the essence of who we are. The soul is what makes us, us. Optimism that is tested and yet endures. Courage that digs really deep when it's needed. Truth and knowledge that overcomes falsehood and ignorance. And empathy and a willingness to see each other not as enemies, but as fellow Americans. You know, that's all of you. That's the incredible South Asian community all across America, helping us emerge stronger from this pandemic, building an economy that works for everyone, teaching our children and caring for our elders, responding to the cry for action on climate, working to fix our immigration system, defending rights and freedoms, building a more just and equitable country, serving and protecting our communities and our nation, informing, entertaining, inspiring. You know, together, we're showing that we can do big things, supporting our veterans, ending cancer as we know it, taking on gun violence. And by the way, we're going to ban assault weapons before I'm out of this place. I did it before, we're going to do it again. But we know there's always darkness lurking, as this community has experienced much too often. Our history has been a constant struggle between the American ideal that we're all created equal to the harsh reality that racism and fear have long torn us apart. Hate only hides. I used to think we could defeat hate coming out of the civil rights movement, but it only hides. It hides under rocks until it's given oxygen and it comes out when prejudiced people speak it. Violent extremists and a rising threat. I ran for office to restore the soul of the nation, and I've made clear that since I was elected, hate can have no safe harbor in this country. Failure to call it out is complicity. Silence is complicity. And we're not going to, thank you. We're not going to remain silent. Diwali is a reminder that each of us has the power to dispel darkness and bring light to the world. It's a choice. And we make that choice every day. It's true in our lives and in the life of this nation, especially in the life of a democracy, whether here in America or for the families back in India, marking 75 years of independence. And whether it's the United Kingdom or just today, we've got news that Rashid Sunak is now the Prime Minister. As my brother would say, go figure. And the Conservative Party expected to become the Prime Minister, I think, tomorrow when he goes to see the King. Pretty astounding. A groundbreaking milestone, and it matters. It matters. Let me close with this. Few periods have been more challenging to our world than the one we're in right now. We face an inflection point. One of those moments that only come every several generations where so much is changing and happening technologically, politically, socially, environmentally, that the decisions we make today are going to determine the future for the next several decades. Now more than ever, we need you engaged to do the work of our time, the work for all time. We need you to help fulfill the promise of this nation, the same promise of opportunity and equality that brought you and your families here in the first place, to this great nation. For the American story depends not on any one of us. You can sit down if you want. Hard to stand? It's getting hard to stand, I think. Not for some of us, but for all of us. That's what I hope you take away from this day. A chance to celebrate and connect, to feel the pride of community, and remember, from darkness there's power in the gathering of light. You know, we just have to remember who we are. We're the United States of America. There's nothing beyond our capacity when we work together. So happy Diwali to all your families, and God bless you and protect you.